Hey guys, so quick little fix on how to reverse a string. Let's just get started. So for this one, I'll use the simple version of just the user entering a string. Um, so I'm just prompting for something. Okay, make sure it's a print so they type on the same line. Okay, now there's several ways to do this. You can do this with substring, you can do this with chars. It's kind of up to you. You can read forward, you can read backwards, you can build a string, you can flip a string, whatever the case may be. So this one is just going to be a flip. So I'm going to make a string called uh, reverse, because that's what it is. And I'm going to set it empty because there's nothing in there just yet. Okay. So I'm just going to make a simple for loop. I'm going to go until I am less than str.length. Okay. And all I'm going to do inside of here is I'm going to say reverse is equal to str.char at I. Now, when you're adding chars to a string, you have to give it a little something extra. This is in that presentation. We will talk about it more in January when we do at least a couple of days full dive on characters. But since a char is not big enough to be a string, we add an empty string right here just to make sure it fills all the gaps. Okay. And then, okay. All right, and that should be it. So I give it a quick test. Uh, okay, so that one did it at the end. Okay, my bad. Okay, so that's adding it at the back. So there we can add the front, and since that is a string, we don't have to have that anymore. There we go. So that reverses our string. Now this builds moving forwards. Okay, there are several different variations you can use for that. For example, let me hide that for a moment. Okay. If I wanted to flip this and read it backwards, I just flip where I start. So I start over here at length, but since I'm in index values, I subtract 1. This sign flips entirely, and now I'm greater than or equal or less greater than or equal to 0. And then over here, I am minusing. Now, since I'm building this backwards, this now goes back to how it was. That was my mistake. I was imagining reading backwards. So, okay. Now that's using char. Okay. Again, I can do that all over again. Let me give you one example of substring. Okay. This one works the exact same way. Only instead of char at I, str.substring I comma I plus 1. Okay. Will not have any other difficulties. Okay. And again, if I flipped that, let's see, that's number 3. All right, so if I went back to the other way around, 0. substring. Can't move forward now with substrings. There you go. All right, so there's 4 quick methods on how to reverse a string using both char and strings. Hope this helps.